We're looking for virality. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're looking at Caitlin Clark's ad being one of the more viral things we've seen in a long, long time. Like if you look at the Instagram post on Nike, as far as I'm aware, the Instagram post has like
Caitlin
30
Clark
million
just
views.
walked back into Team USA camp after 5 months away from basketball. And what happened next has the entire sports world talking. After an injury-filled season that had people wondering if she'd ever return to form, Clark showed up and reminded everyone exactly why she's different. And in the middle of all the chaos, Paige Buchers suddenly became a footnote in Clark's comeback story. Before we break down the absolute clinic Clark put on, let me ask you, who should make the final Team USA roster for 2026? Drop your predictions below, because after what we just witnessed, a lot of expectations are about to get shattered. Coach Carl Lawson tried to keep it simple after watching Caitlin Clark's first practice back. She looked good on both ends. But if you think that's the whole story, you haven't been paying attention. Clark didn't just look good. She dominated every single player in that gym, including the ones who thought they were walking in as serious threats for roster spots. Sue Bird, the managing director of USA Basketball, watched Clark push the tempo, fire threes from absurd distances, and build instant chemistry with Aaliyah Boston that practically screamed, "These two are your starters, don't even argue." After a year of setbacks and painful injuries, Clark just proved she's back to 100%, sharper than ever, and ready to lead Team USA to gold in 2026. And here's the part nobody's saying loudly enough. Clark didn't just return healthy, she returned better, more focused, more determined, and absolutely ruthless in showing the world that her second season struggles were nothing more than a temporary setback, not a defining chapter.
And the fact is that this is only in 2 days. It is the 27th. The reality is that you could be looking at upwards of 40, 50 million views on this post.
Let's rewind for a moment, because the context matters. In her rookie WNBA season, Caitlin Clark didn't just play well. She broke 62 records. 62. She dropped triple-doubles, buried half-court shots that made defenders question their careers, and flipped the entire league upside down with her ridiculous talent. Then came her second season, and everything fell apart. One injury led to another, and then another. What started as a minor setback snowballed into a nightmare. Clark described it perfectly herself. "I think the challenge for myself was just it was one, and then it's like a little better, but then it continued to compound and get worse, and other things pop up." The same woman who rewrote the record books could suddenly barely stay on the court. She managed to play just 13 games. 13 games, right after shattering 62 records. And that's when the whispers started. Could she ever be the same player again? Would the injuries keep piling up? Was her historic rookie season just lightning in a bottle? For nearly 5 months, Clark didn't play a single minute of competitive basketball. 5 months away from the game that made her a global sensation. And then she walked into Team USA camp.
So, since Caitlin Clark's very first reveal, since Caitlin Clark's very, very first reveal, 22.4 million views. Between the Caitlin Clark logo reveal and this Caitlin Clark video, the only Instagram videos from Nike that have more views is a
The stakes couldn't have been higher. This wasn't just another practice. This was Caitlin Clark's audition for the 2026 World Cup team and the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. Every coach, every analyst, every camera lens locked onto her first touches. Could she still move like the record-breaking phenom we remembered? Would 5 months of inactivity show? Clark didn't hide it. She was nervous walking into camp. "I feel like when I touched the basketball to start warming up before the practice even started, that's when I felt pretty comfortable," she later admitted. But comfortable doesn't come close to what happened next. Clark announced she was finally 100% healthy, and then she went out and proved it in the loudest way possible. The jumper? Smooth. The swish sounded like a soundtrack the gym had been missing. Her passes? Laser-guided, like she had GPS synced to every teammate. Her vision? Somehow sharper than before the injuries. She pushed the tempo with the same electricity fans remembered, creating fast breaks and putting teammates in perfect scoring spots. The version of Clark who averaged 16.5 points and 8.8 assists in her limited season. She was back, fully unlocked. Coach Kara Lawson watched the entire session unfold and couldn't hide her amazement. Analysts noticed something even more important. Her speed is back. And that wasn't just good news, that was everything. Speed was the one tool Clark struggled to recover during her injury-plagued second year, especially after that preseason quad issue. But at Team USA camp, she was turning corners on dribble handoffs like she'd strapped jet engines to her shoes. She was exploding downhill, putting defenders in full retreat. Then came the play that summed it all up. Day 2. Clark gets a dribble handoff from Aaliyah Boston, flies around the corner with ridiculous speed, and fires a perfect pass to Jackie Young cutting to the rim. Young missed the layup. It happens, but the pass? Pure artistry. A reminder of why Clark is Clark. Her joy was visible the entire time. My main goal for today was just smile and have fun, she said. And that smile never left her face. Because her game was back. Her health was back. Her confidence was back. And in that moment, the entire energy of Team USA camp shifted. The room realized something. Caitlin Clark wasn't just healthy, she was dangerous again.
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there?
Hey, Caitlin, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there.
No chance.
Caitlin, Mamlito, what? You got it.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Hey, Caleb from here might be impressive. Am I right?
Now let's talk about the part that truly has everyone buzzing. The chemistry between Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. There was a moment in practice that made Sue Bird and the entire coaching staff sit up straight. Clark delivered a pass to Boston that looked like it broke every law of physics. Perfectly timed, perfectly placed, and impossible for anyone else to even attempt. Boston finished the play with a smile. Clark grinned right back. In that instant, the two Indiana Fever stars showed Team USA exactly what elite chemistry looks like. Here's the thing about chemistry at the national team level. It usually takes weeks or even months to build. Players need time to learn each other's timing, tendencies, favorite spots on the floor. Most guards struggle to feed bigs in heavy traffic or deliver passes with the perfect touch. But Clark and Boston, they already speak the same basketball language. After spending a full season together with the Fever, reading each other's movements, building trust, creating opportunities, their connection was obvious to coaches within minutes. Every time Clark grabbed a defensive rebound, she immediately pushed the tempo. Eyes up, scanning for Boston sprinting down the floor. Boston would seal her defender, and Clark would whip passes through traffic that most guards wouldn't even attempt. The timing was crisp. The execution was flawless. Boston knew exactly where the ball was coming. Clark knew exactly where Boston wanted it. One analyst summed it up perfectly. Caitlin knows when to do this and when not to do this. That's what makes her special. But here's what truly separates Clark from other guards. Even when her shot isn't falling, defenses still can't relax. They can't leave her open for even a second. Her shooting gravity is too dangerous. And that fear alone bends the entire defense. So when Clark pushes the break with that trademark tempo, defenders are scrambling to stop her. Suddenly, Boston is wide open in the corner or rolling to the rim. All because everyone is terrified of Clark pulling up from deep. That's the power of superstar gravity. And that's why the Clark-Boston duo might be the most important weapon Team USA has heading into 2026.
From right here.
From there!
The boys wanna be her, the girls wanna be her,
From anywhere.
girls wanna be her, the boys wanna be her.
All right, well, looks like she can do it.
The tempo shifts were just as impressive as the passing. Every time Clark grabbed a rebound, she instantly pushed the pace, creating fast break opportunities before defenders even realized what was happening. Boston sprinted the floor with purpose, knowing Clark would reward her effort with easy buckets. And soon, everyone else started running too. Players sprinted down the court because they knew one thing. If you get open, Caitlin Clark will find you. Her playmaking didn't just elevate Boston, it lifted the entire gym. She hit Jackie Young on a perfect backdoor cut, delivering the ball right in stride, allowing Young to finish without slowing down. The coaching staff nodded, impressed. Clark and Young flashed the kind of natural backcourt chemistry that could define Team USA's future. One analyst put it perfectly: "I expect to see them playing off each other for years." Jackie Young can do almost everything on the court, and she'd thrive next to Caitlin Clark. But it wasn't just the plays, it was the energy. The positive, contagious chemistry between Clark and Boston brought the whole practice to life. They smiled the entire session, clearly enjoying being on the court together again. Their comfort fueled their confidence, and that confidence spread. Suddenly, teammates were cutting harder, setting stronger screens, and moving with purpose because they trusted Clark to reward smart basketball. Sue Bird and the coaching staff watched all of this unfold with growing excitement. Most point guards need time, weeks, sometimes months, to build these connections. Clark already had it locked in with Boston, and she was forming new ones with players like Young in real time. And as practice continued, something became obvious to everyone watching. While people outside were debating roster spots, inside that gym the coaches were watching one player separate herself from the pack. Caitlin Clark wasn't just competing for a role. She was claiming the starting point guard